Decided to trace out an Amish buggy. We have Amish and Mennonites in this area, and I see them frequently. First thing I'll do here is select the 4 points which will define my work area. You can see here where I'm selecting the 4 corners of the diagram. I'll be using the line command and the curve fit command to start things off. First thing, I'll be tracing the whole perimeter of the buggy, excluding the horse. Curve fit command was an excellent choice for those wheels because I can't use the circle command because they're not a perfect circle. This should complete the trace of the buggy. Now I'll select the trace command and I'll start tracing out the horse. I always mention it's easy to trace something like this if the diagram's large. I'll be cutting this buggy scene out with the plasma cutter. After I finish tracing out the horse, then we'll start tracing out some of the internal parts. Again, I forgot to mention, you save your work frequently. Here's what I meant about the internal parts, so small parts around the buggy cabin. The only thing complex about tracing out this diagram was around the wheel area, the spokes. They were a bit complex. When I say complex, I just mean it takes a bit more time, because each one I draw, I have to save it. You can see it's just a matter of marking off each spot that you trace out, saving that part, and just carrying on to the next part. It doesn't take that long to trace out this size of a diagram. When I'm tracing out a diagram like this, I'll create a file about 5 or 6 times. I'll have about 5 or 6 saves before I'm finished. So I'm getting finished up here. I'll just make sure I haven't missed anything. I'll save that final DXF file and we'll get ready for the plasma cut. Shown here, the file is loaded into the plasma software and we'll start the cut. I also cut a few of these. I cut a few large ones and a few small ones. I thought since we went to this work, I might as well cut a few of them. Very smooth cutting. You notice there some of those small parts don't drop out perfectly, so you got to watch because you don't want that torch head to catch that part half cocked up like that. Once the cuts are all finished, we'll just give it a bit of a sanding, a bit of a grinding there with a buffing wheel, and then I'll start spraying these black. I also made a wood base to put these cutouts on. I like the cut. I think it looks cool.